Hello everyone and welcome back. Ready for some more Torchlight 2 action. If you remember this guy from the last video, this is where we left off. I just turned in the Rosa Mortis to him, got some more armor for my pet. Now I'm deciding what to do next. You can see here from the map that's overlaid on the screen that I am currently, where am I? Right here. And where I need to be to take care of these two active quests on the right is this star all the way out here and that star all the way down there. So since we have a little ways to go, I think what I'm going to do is portal back to town and sell off some of the stuff that I've collected and go shopping and see if I can find any more good stuff. So I shall do that right now, and what I'll also do is throw up a link for people who want to skip just straight to the action, and then you can just click on that and it'll take you to when I'm done shopping and back into the center of this, wherever it is I'm going to, probably working on those two quests. So what do we got here?
You a new recruit?
Yeah, that's the guy who has one of the quests I need to finish. And what else we got? Nothing special over here. I was kind of curious though to find out how much it costs. Okay, so it's actually not too expensive. If I want to get rid of my last healing bot, costs 120, and the two seismic slams are another 120 each, and that's the total gold I have there. So yeah, that's alright. During the beta you could actually do a complete respec, but you could only do it up until level 10. Then you couldn't respec anymore. This way is a little better for later, but I kind of wish they added to it, made it perhaps the last 5. Looks like it would even fit on the screen. That might have made it a little easier in case we're on a long journey and we don't come back to town until about 5 or 10 levels later. I have a couple of stats. I usually keep a couple empty in case I pick up a piece of armor that I need. And yeah, in the meantime, here comes the boring stuff. This is my stash and that's my shared stash. I'm going to start with this and dump some of these items like these shoulders right here. They'll only work on Ember Mage. I'm going to throw that stuff in my shared stash. And if I see any other items like this unique mace here that I may still use myself, but this is probably more for a berserker character, I'll throw those in the shared stash as well. This here I was actually waiting to see if I could break it and get the spec out of it, so I'll come back to that later.
Have we met?
What do we got here? This we can get rid of. I'm very scared. Okay, good. The tooltip helps. Sell all the items in your pet's inventory. Wonderful. Exactly what I want to do. And that's interesting. We can actually buy a collar from her. I did not know that. What I definitely need is some more identify scrolls. What I'd really like is an identify spell, but I don't know if I can find that here, or at least at this low level. So let's go hunting around. Maybe I'll get lucky. This is the blacksmith.
I am at your service.
Wonder if he has spells and all that. Nope. Armor, weapons, plenty of those. Let's take a look at some of the fun ones available. As you can expect, the wands are generally for more of your Ember Mage type characters. Now here's the cannons for people like me. It does look like strength and vitality are what you need to be carrying those around. Whereas the pistols are dexterity, so I kind of take that as a hint that for me, I'm going to need to focus on strength and vitality for the majority of my stats. Leave the guns altogether for the range character, whatever that is, Outlander, I think. And, you know, obviously leave the wands for the mage. And then, you know, every so often I might come across something like this big giant maul that I could actually use in place of a cannon too. So I think that's what I'm looking at skill-wise. Let's take a peek and see if that matches with the kind of skills available. Like here, for instance, my flame hammer works on axes, swords, hammers, or pole arms. Seismic slam, well, that's nothing special. That's you don't need a weapon for that. Ember hammer, same thing. Axe, sword, hammer, pole arm. Any melee. And these all require certain levels. This is interesting. So that's a skill with giant weaponry. And once again, it really does seem like this engineer is built more for big hammers, big two-handed stuffs. But this includes a cannon, so I'm not sure how my rank improves here. So, alright, so cannons, and then great hammers, great axes, and great swords too, I guess, are what I'm looking at. So big and beefy. And I think right here, yeah, blast cannon. I was looking forward to using this, so I can start unlocking these blast cannon skills here once I get more skill points. And what do we got here? This is mana stuff. Shield bash. Now that's actually a bummer, because I was less than impressed with the shield bash, and if all I'm using are two-handers, well, I'm not exactly going to use this either. So here's an instance of a case where I would have liked to have gotten this refunded, but didn't get a chance to while I was out there. More mana. Looks like I've got electrified armor there. Okay, so this is more armor and protection stuff here, which is cool. But for the weapons, stick to cannons, great axes, great swords, hammers, and pole arms. And there you go. In a nutshell, that's how I learned how to play the engineer class in Torchlight 2. If you're dumb like me, then just use the same information on the other characters and you'll figure out what works best with them as well. I'm not seeing anything that screams out at me and says, you must buy me. I just know now that I need to avoid the guns and stick just to cannons and wands too, for obvious reasons. Looks like I better get rid of the bows too. Looks like my cannon's my major ranged weapon. Yeah. I'm not seeing anything that screams by me, with the exception of this. This looks pretty cool. Vitality of 13, which I have, and a strength of 34, which I don't have, and a level of 9. Let's see how my skills compare. So I have a strength of 30, and I'm level 8, so I'm right about the point where I can get that. Alright. Yeah, this pistol's looking pretty silly, even though it's a rare, so... Alright, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy this cool maul. Gives me a chance to stun. For 765, which I have. Where is my, yeah, there we go, 5638, okay, good. Consider it mine, that's much better than this. Then I'll sell off this other junk. And I should probably get rid of that pistol too. Throw that back in my what you call it, stash. Alright, so that seems like kind of a cool starter shield too. I'll save that for my other character. So I got a poison ring, poison armor, ice armor, poison armor, health, and a socket versus 10 poison armor. Yeah. I think I'll keep that. So now the question is, who sells the rings? And it does have 18 health. Yeah. Maybe I do need the health at this particular point. Oh no, I'm so confused. I would say of the two, I should get rid of that. A mystical cloth jack. Not even sure what that is, but I'd rather have mana recovery. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is, until I find a place where I can actually have my my boots crushed so I can get the spec back, I'm going to stick that venom spec in there with that ring just for the extra health. And then when it becomes available to transmute and all that good stuff, then I will get both of these crushed, and I'm not going to be upset about it. Okay, so what about a mace? What's my issue with a mace? First of all, is it a one-hander or a two-hander? That I do not know. Wow. And second of all, I definitely need to get my focus up to it. Or at least, I guess, at level 13 I'll be able to implement these, so I guess don't matter a whole lot. Alright, I'd still like to find whoever it is that sells the rings. And, I'm pretty sure the two orcs who break your items, spoiler alert, but I think they do actually show up right here. What I'm not sure of is exactly how. Maybe it's after I complete these quests or something like that, but if I remember right, the town just starts to grow more and more. Alright, so let's put the pistol in the shared stash. And the unique mace, I just don't know. I'll throw that shield in there too. It's not the greatest, but it'll work. And I'll just keep these other things. Okay. And once again, just a reminder, this isn't really an action-oriented section of the video. I'm just showing it for the Torchlight fans or people considering buying Torchlight, how it works and all that stuff. So up goes the link once again if you're looking to skip at this point, you become bored with this particular video. Okay, and as for here, I can drop those boots. And I'll keep these 4 items, and when I get the scroll, I'll identify that. Or can I do that right now? Actually, let me see if I can buy spells too. That was my main goal here. Alright, so what about these guys?
Something?
No, they can't help me out in that respect either.
I must be on my way soon.
Okay, so that guy's no help. These all look like they're just kicking it.
State your business. Glad you made it.
Okay. So I think all this stuff, you know, building up on the game is going to hinge on me finishing these quests. I don't think I'm going to have someone I can buy spells from, even though I see stuff that looks like it over there. At the very least, not until I complete those other 2 quests. And that's okay. Now, axe, sword, hammer, or pole arm. Well, that doesn't include a mace, does it? Axe, hammer, sword, pole arm. Hammer, unique mace. Okay, well, I'll keep it around, but I kind of have a feeling it was a good idea for me to get that. I think I'm going to be sticking with a great hammer and a cannon for most of this journey here. And here's my shoulder armor. That's obviously worth swapping out for. Whoops, I did it again. Shift sends it over there. Oh, I see. I need a focus of 16 or level 12. Wow. Alright. So out of all these, what I really need is my strength to go up. And it wouldn't hurt if my focus went up a little bit too. Yeah, my focus is really low. Unfortunately, I think I'm just gonna have to wait until the level cap for these things to unlock. So, yeah. 10 points into focus. Basically, I'm putting 2 whole levels in there. By the time that happens, I'll be level 10 just to unlock some level 9 and 10 items. Okay. Boy. For 4 items, it's turned into a little bit of a guessing game on what to do. But I'll tell you what I do need is my strength and vitality more than anything. And then I can just implement these once I get to the appropriate level. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, strength and vitality are my engineer's stuff. Focus mainly to increase my mana if I find I'm running out. Dexterity mainly to increase my crit and dodge, but I kind of have a feeling I won't be running into that. I'm just going to be wading into everyone and hoping I've got enough vitality to push through. Yeah, I don't particularly see anyone else. Can I get in here and...
You a new recruit?
No, I guess they're too busy with looks like some kind of healing stuff she's doing there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, why don't we go fishing a couple more times? A giant jackal bass. One more, and I'll be on my way. I think I missed. Yeah, they faked me out. There we go. Another jackal bass. Okay, so that brings up a question. What's the difference between a regular jackal bass, jackal beast for 5 minutes, and a giant jackal beast? Wow. Changes into a jackal permanently. I see. Okay, so what does a jackal bass do? Would it be better than my kitty? The effect will last until another fish is consumed. Interesting. Well, kitty, are you ready to turn into a fish? If I'm going to learn about jackal bass, I guess I might as well do it now while I'm low. So get yourself all cleaned up, alright? Here we go. Wow, look at you. You're a fierce looking fellow. Alright, well, regular kitty was doing good, but yeah, I must say, I think I'm gonna like this new one. Alright, off we go to the temple steps. Most enchanters can enchant any item 2 times. Others are more skilled and can grant a 3rd or 4th enchantment. Okay, good to know. Alright, at this point I'm going to stop the video and start the next one since I'm back in the action. Once again, I hope I gave you plenty of opportunities to skip the boredom. But if you did find it interesting, then I appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.